Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Michael Pina Senior Show. It's April 17th, 2018, and this is episode 36. And I welcome you here to the Michael Pina Senior Show. If you're watching this, you are watching through YouTube, please subscribe to that YouTube channel. Hit subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll know when my shows are, they'll be emailed directly to you. So you could decide whether or not you want to watch them from there, but I would really appreciate that. And listen, go to podbean.com, because from now on you'll be able to listen to this show at podbean.com, and then follow me at Michael Pina Senior Show Podcast. All right, so if you're listening, new listeners for my podcast, I appreciate that. All right, listen, today's going to be a quick show. It's first I'm just going to, go over my quick quote here. It's by Tony Gaskins. Okay, he said, "A man's success is measured by what his wife and children say about him. Money and accomplishments mean nothing if you let your home fail." And I bring that up today because tonight I'm very excited to go with Meg to, we're going to a workshop that's for couples and money. And people always seem to, wonder what I do to be successful. And that's why I started the show. That's why I love financial coaching, because all I'm doing is teaching what I've done. And I'll tell you right now, probably the biggest thing that I've done and I've really tried to do is work on what I have at home and the love of my wife and my kids. And that's why that quote is really, really fits me, because I don't feel like I'm successful unless I'm successful at home. And that's what's most important to me more than anything else. And I work hard at it. It's not like you can just wake up and say, you know what, my home life is going to be successful. And you need that around you to help you. Because, Meg's going to be helping me a lot more with my shows. She's going to be going to all these workshops with me. I have this workshop, which is for couples and money. It's tonight, and that's at ingoodcompanyboston.com. You can register, 1652 Beacon Street, Brookline, Mass. Meg and I will be there tonight. And, basically what I wanted to talk about on this show is what I've been doing to be successful. And then we're going to compare it to what they're talking about, what to be successful for couples and money. And, I go back to the top about what I was just saying about my success really has been really around my wife. She's been around everything, my failures, of course. I mean, we've been together since 1990 now. So, yeah, we've been through a lot together. We've got 2 children. We've got a grandchild together. And in all honesty, I couldn't do what I do without her. And she's going to be working a lot more beside me with getting this business started and getting it to be more successful. So I'm excited about that. I need employees, So if you're listening out there and you want to help me with the videography part of this, I'm going to be adding lighting and we're adding some equipment. I've got some mics, hopefully the sound is better. So we're trying to do things to make an improvement. And again, probably the biggest improvement's going to be is that I'm adding my wife to this. So, that's a huge part of my secret to my success, is having my wife very close to me. And, we're going to fight. We're going to have things that we disagree upon. Life isn't always about, a bed of roses. But you know what? We always work things out, and we talk about our money. We talk about what we're spending it on. And, sometimes we might not agree, but we try to work it out. And that's what I think they're going to talk about tonight with couples and money. And I wanted to really get it on video, exactly what I think, you should do. And then I'm going to compare it to what they say. So one of the things that I say, and that Meg and I are probably going to do more of this, is have like dinner meetings. And we do sit down and have meetings, and we're going to start doing it more. So you got to sit down and go over your budget together. You got to sit down and, talk about how much money you're making. You got to talk about whether or not somebody needs to work more. And if that person needs help, so I'm trying right now. The reason why Meg really needs to help me right now is because I'm working every single day, whether it be UPS and now my sports during April and May. It's haywire. I mean, I did 6 games in 2 days, and it's difficult to continue to work this business if I'm working that much doing other things. But we need money. We need money coming into the house, and I need the support of my wife, and she's excited to help me. She's excited to help Shannon. And, just a little background. I mean, she's out of work because she had her neck operated on. And, I hope she doesn't have to go back to work. I hope that her job from now on is working with me. So that will make me successful. We have that kind of relationship, and it's important to have that relationship with your wife or your spouse, okay? So, having frequent meetings, whatever way you do that, you need to continuously have meetings. And something, and I've talked about it on this show, we have our own little, journal that we keep our goals in. So goal setting together. And you figure out how much, if you set a goal, like Meg and I, our big goal right now is to buy a home in New Hampshire. And, I hope that we're able to bring you on that journey as we start getting closer. I had people working in the house again yesterday because we're going to sell this house. We want to buy a house cash in New Hampshire. And we sat down and we continuously talk about that, like different things, like, should we sell this house first and move into an apartment and then have that cash to just put down, basically buy a house? Or do we buy a house first in New Hampshire, then sell this house, or try to do the both at the same time? We'd have to take out a loan in order to do that and then pay it off cash. So we talk about these things. We're constantly talking about our goals and things that we want to do with our family and the cost that's associated with that, because it all comes down to, how much we can really be able to spend, the things that we're doing around the house. I've got, Paul, I'm going to give a shout out to. He hung a TV for me. He put up all the brackets and I can't do that stuff. Thank God I had Paul. He did a great job doing that. And we're going to see more on Paul later. I met him at UPS, and, we talk about what do we want these guys to do next? How are we going to do it? What are we going to get fixed in the house, to be able to sell it quicker? And we talk about these things. You have to be able to talk, to be able to move forward and be able to set those goals together. So, and we talk about exactly what our lifetime work is going to be together. And I really like that. And that's why I want her working with me, because, I don't think I'll ever retire. I want to work till the day I die. And I want to be able to have the choice on when to work. That's the difference I want in life. And you know what? I want that with Meg. I want that with us together. And, starting this business and doing this stuff together that we're doing right now, we'll be able to make those choices together. So those are some of the things, probably the 3 big things that I like to bring up as far as what I think that I do. That, it may sound simple, but if you're not doing these things with your spouse, if you're not doing these things on a continuous basis, on a regular basis, and really, basically setting a budget, goal setting, having money meetings, doing these things together, then you got a marital problem probably. And I don't want to have a marital problem. I've been with Meg for a long time. I don't know how I can do what I do without her. So I'm excited to go tonight to that workshop. I signed us up for another workshop, and that's called Planning for Startups. So we're going to do that on May 23rd. I'll have information on that on Pina Financial Coaching on Facebook. Make sure you like that page. And I'll also have that at michaelpinasenior.com. So we're going to be working on updating michaelpinasenior.com more. And we actually have it's a home buyers network, which is at 6 p.m. at Harbor One Credit Union in Mansfield, Massachusetts. You can look that up. Look up Harbor One Credit Union for a home buyers network. Like I told you, I want to make sure that I'm up with the laws and the information about buying a new home. So Meg's going to go with me with that too. We're setting these goals together. We're spending big money together. We're saving big money together. And, you can't do it alone. You don't want to do it alone. And, you know, if you have a partner like I have with Meg, you don't want to lose her in life. And a big way that people, you know, the number one ways that people getting divorced are over money matters. So, couples of money tonight, you know, join us. It'll be fun. I think that it'll open a lot of eyes. So, I just wanted to be able to put out what I thought that you should do. And now going forward, I can't wait to talk about what we learned at Couples of Money tonight. So, you know, listen, I'm not just living my passion one day at a time. I'm doing it with my wife and my family, and we're doing it together. So listen, I want to win. I want to help you win. Let's win together.